Okay, shout outs for this week go to Jan Eilers, Trevor Rodway, Tommy Molloy, Chris Davies, Dave Say, The World of Connor, Horlicks, and Minecraft Guy Jr.
Mind the gap.
So, welcome to issue 20, and first of all, I need to make an apology. Issue 20 didn't actually arrive on the Wednesday, so this footage is actually taken from the live show that I did on the Wednesday night. I had been assured that issue 20 is identical to issue 18, and in fact, now that I'm recording, as I record this, I have actually got issue 20, and I can confirm it is absolutely spot on. So unfortunately I won't be able to go through the magazine in time, which is a shame because it is actually a fantastic magazine. The guys who know me know that I absolutely love bus pictures. So if you ever see issue 20, which I'll probably show you in a future video, you will know that I absolutely love this magazine. This one is definitely being kept. So the part count, just like issue 18, is 3 parts. 20A is a tyre, 20B a rear wheel rim cover, which we won't be using in this issue. We'll be keeping that for another episode, for the next issue. And lastly, we have the rear outer wheel rim, which we will be using. Okay, so just like issue 18, the first thing you're going to notice is that tyre is going to be very, very difficult to get onto the wheel. This is because it's really, really hard. So what we need to do then to fix that is we need to put our tyre into water. Now please do not use boiling water. You do not want to melt this tyre. We just need to soften it. If you melt the tyre, you're going to lose all the detail. It'll be misshaped. Honestly, please don't melt it. So we'll just pop the tyre into the water. Now the best way to test this water is the hottest it should be, is so that you can put your finger in for about a couple of seconds before feeling that it needs to, it's a little bit too hot. So while that tyre is in warming up, we're just going to prepare our work surface with, well, in my case I use kitchen roll. Obviously we don't want to make a mess once we take it all out. Right, so once we take that out of the water, you can see that that's much more pliable, and that will help us get that tyre onto the wheel much more easily. So unfortunately, I do apologise. The next bit is something that I say over and over again, but I do feel it's really important. And what you need to do is dry that tyre thoroughly. If you get any steam in there, that will cool down, and that will become a drop of water. I mean, it's not going to rust the tyre because the tyre is made of rubber, but obviously you're going to have water in there. If you spin that tyre, you could end up, if there's a lot of water, you could end up with sloshing. Shouldn't be a risk of rusting, but let's be careful. So what I would recommend is, once you've dried that thoroughly, dry it again. Just make sure. Okay, so putting the tyre on, as you can see, the tyre is the same either way, so it doesn't matter which way round you put the tyre on. Okay, so as you see, the wheel has 4 notches. The way I recommend to put this on is just squeeze the tyre a little bit just to get 2 of the notches in. And once they're in, just turn it over and just give it a firm push just to try and get those edges in, and just keep flipping the tyre around, give it a push, then push it from the other side and just backwards and forwards until it's in correctly. Okay, and that's gone in, and even though I'm happy with that, I'm just giving it a couple of little pushes backwards and forwards. It will be a little bit soft, and it will remain soft probably overnight until it cools down properly. Now, the next bit I feel is a little bit of a trick. There's 3 screw holes, and I originally thought these were equidistant, but I found out once I did issue 19, I put the second tyre onto the first one, I found out that these aren't actually equidistant. So if you don't have, next week we'll be doing the next tyre. And if you don't pop it on properly, you might get one of the screws in, but you won't get all 3. So just familiarise yourself with this. If you've had a problem last week getting the 2 tyres together, this might actually be the reason why. So that's it then, I'm afraid. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to show you the magazine. That's obviously because I haven't had it. I will be going through the magazine in my live show, which will be on Wednesday. But what I'm doing now is I'm just going to pop the tyres. I mean, this magazine, it comes with a container. Why don't we use this to store our parts? I don't know why I didn't think of that before. So that's all I can show you for this week. Like I say, tune in on Wednesday. We will be doing issue 21 live. And I am really proud to announce that I will be having a most wonderful co-host. So hopefully I'll see you then. Otherwise I'll see you next Friday. Take care, guys. Bye bye. So quite an interesting magazine for next week. It's a part that I openly admit that I don't enjoy building. I'm not enjoying the wheels. I'm going through them because I know once they're done, then obviously they're finished. However, next week we can see that issue 21 is the last of the rear wheels, which will be fitted with a brake disc to the offside of the rear axle. And I am really super excited about this because we are now finally going to get those wheels sorted out. And of course we're all speculating what issue 22 will bring us. The general consensus is that we hope that the front the front wheels will be attached to the chassis, which then means that the absolute bottom will be just about complete with just the bodywork and the seats and everything to go on. So tell me, guys, what do you think is going to be coming in issue 22? Do you think that they will provide us bits to put more bits together, or do you think we'll end up working on something completely different? So that's it then, guys, and I'll see you all next week. Right, so the comments for this week, or last week's video, the first one comes from a first-time commenter, Jan Ehlers. Very nice video again, thanks a lot. I am German and get the issues, as not available in Germany, from a nice UK magazine store. Nice deal, nice model. Your videos help me not to make too many mistakes. Great. Well, thank you for that comment, that really is appreciated. I'd be interested to know how you get the UK magazine sent over to Germany. Is that service that would be available to other people? Trevor Rodway writes, I am not building this model but look forward to your weekly vids as much as if I was. Still tempted to take the plunge, but it would be a lot of catching up to do if I did. Well, it's not too late, Trevor. There's other YouTubers out there that have recently started. You can also buy the issues from the online shop, and they should be with you probably within a couple of weeks. Have a go, buy issue 1, see what you think. Tommy Malloy, he says, stingy of them supplying the wheels one issue at a time. Front wheels supplied with more common. Try. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't quite agree with you. If you look at the whole build and you look at what we get in each issue, if you average it out, I feel that you get an average good value for money. Okay, this issue, for example, we only get 2 pieces that we can actually use, and we get a third piece which some people feel is useless. But don't forget, we've just had 2 massive pieces of chassis. Now, I'm not convinced that Hachette has made a profit on those issues that had the chassis, whereas this issue gives them a chance to just sort of even the balance a little bit. I know we want a lot for our money. It would be wonderful if they made it a 20 part issue, part build, and we get everything we need in 20 issues for $8.99 an issue, and bang, the whole bus is done by now. But obviously we need to look at both sides. Chris Davies writes, awesome video, Penny, always look forward to your builds. Dave says, excellent instructional video as always, Penny, enjoyed it. Also, Dave, I need to say a thank you for taking part in our live builds. Your comments are always welcome. The World of Connor writes, well done, Penny, great video. And Horlicks writes, well, I was expecting a fairly quick issue this week, seeing as it was another rear tyre, as we saw in your last instalment. However, I was really surprised actually at the work involved and the time taken to complete this issue. It's great to see finished wheels now on the bus. Looking forward to the next issue. Yeah, I've got to be honest with you, I was quite surprised as well. Obviously we had one tyre where, just like this issue, where we just, here's one bit, here's another, pop it together, and you kind of half expecting that for the second tyre, but actually it was quite a lot to do. And the last comment that we've received, the first comment, it's definitely the first, because Minecraft Guy Jr. says first. Good of you, well done, mate, you got the first comment. See if you can get the first comment this week. Okay, that's it then, take care, bye bye.